Guys, welcome back again to the channel. I want to really appreciate every one of you. Thank you for all your support. Thank you and God bless you. So if you are new, you are welcome. I'm Chisom Ene. Please subscribe to join the family and turn the notification bell on for more videos. And please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up so it will help others to see the video and benefit from it as well. Thank you so much. So guys, today we are going to make a gypsy skirt. As you can see, a very beautiful skirt and nice skirt. So guys, if you are interested, continue watching and make sure you watch the video to the end so you won't miss out of any important information. Thank you so much. So guys, we're going to take it in steps. As you can see, the skirt has two parts to it. It has the fitted part and the free part, which is the tiered pieces. Do you understand? So we are going to take it in step. I'm going to cut the fitted part and then follow it up with the gathered part, so it will be easy for us to understand. So the first thing to put into consideration is the length of the skirt. The length of the skirt. So for me, the full length of the skirt is going to be 42. 42 is the length. From this 42, I'll take away the fitted part from the waist to the point of joining of the flare part or the free part. Do you understand? So just make that decision for yourself. But for me, and according to the style, so my fitted part is going to be from the waist to 14 inches. Do you understand? So, and I'm going to call that fitted part my half length. So for that, I'm going to write 14 inches. Like I said, I'll take away 14 inches from this full length, from this 42. So 42 minus 14 will give us 28. So it simply means that the gathered part is going to be, or the free part is going to be 28 inches. So later we are going to divide this 28 according to the number of tiers we have. Do you understand? So I'm going to work with 14 inches first, which is the fitted part. Then later we are going to work on this 28 inches, which is the free part, the tiered part. Do you understand? So the hip measurement I'm working with is 43. My hip measurement is 43. So 43 minus 1 inch will give us 42. Anytime you want to get a perfect fitting for your skirt, please always deduct 1 inch and place that 1 inch at the back side because of the butt. It's very, very important if you want to get a perfect result. So guys, 42 inches is what I'm going to use, and later on I'll add this 1 inch to the back part of the skirt. Just follow me, you understand what I mean. So guys, I'll place my fabric on fold now. So guys, I've placed my fabric on fold. I'll be cutting the front part. Then after cutting this front part, I'll use it to trace the back part and add this 1 inch at the zipper allowance. So guys, what I have here is my hip measurement plus my 2 inches allowance. Hip measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches allowance. That's what I have here. I'll take away my band width, which is 1.5, before I'll add the length of the half length. Do you understand? Which is 14. So minus 1.5, I'll take the length of the half length. That is where the fitted part will stop. Do you understand? So which is 14. 14 for me, and I'll add 1 inch for joining allowance, making it 15 inches. I hope you are following. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you have not done that already. So I'll mark 15 inches, which is the length for the fitted part. So now my hip, from my waist to my hip, is 8 inches. These are my vertical measurements. from waist down. So from waist to my hip is 8 inches. Okay, so I have 2 lines here. So this place is automatically my waist area or my waist point. So waist point, hip point, and then the half length. Do you get? So I'm going to insert my circumference measurement now. That is the round waist measurement, the round hip measurement, and the measurement at this point. Do you understand? So guys, my waist measurement is 35. 35 divided by 4 will give us 8.75, which is here. I'm going to add 1 inch for that. If you don't want to add that, then you skip this. You skip the dart. And 2 inches for sewing allowance. So altogether what I added here is 3 inches. So at the hip line, my hip measurement is 43. But I'm going to make use of 42, like I explained before, and transfer 1 inch to the back because of the butt. Do you get? So 42 divided by 4 will give us 10.5. 10.5 plus 2 inches sewing allowance. Do you understand? So at this point, which is the half length, what I'm going to do is to minus 1.5 inches from here, from whatever measurement I have at the hip line. Do you get? So I'm going to measure everything, including the sewing allowance. And what I have here is 12.5. So 12.5 minus 1.5 will give us 11. So I'm going to measure 11 inches here and mark. This is for us to get a very nice fitting. Do you get? So the 1.5 inches is not fixed. If you don't want it shooting your butt very well, then go ahead and minus 1 inch from the hip measurement you added here. 1 inch is fine. 1.5 inches is also fine. Just feel free to do as you like. And I'm going to draw out the shape I have. So before we cut it out, I'm going to add my dart. So for that, I'm going to measure my bust span. That is the distance from one bust to the other. For me is 7. 7 divided by 2 because the fabric is on fold. 7 divided by 2 will give us 3.5 plus half inch for allowance, making it 4. So the wideness of the dart from one dart to the other is 4. Do you understand? So I measure 4 inches here, and the length of the dart is going to be 5 inches. So I have 4 inches here. I'm going to take it half inch on both sides, half inch on both sides to get 1 inch, and then we'll draw the dart. So what I'll do is just to notch that point. So this is how I'm going to fix my dart. So guys, I'm going to cut it out now. So this is the fitted part. I'll use this to cut the back part. So I've placed this on the back side, and here we have the zipper allowance. So what I'm going to do to add up the 1 inch that I took away, this 1 inch, is to come here at the hip line. I will be adding it at the hip line. I'm going to add half inch there. The half inch covers for the 1 inch because there are 2. Do you get? So half plus half will give us 1. I'll add the half inch here plus 2 inches for zipper allowance. 2 inches. Whatever you want to add as your zipper allowance, feel free to add. It must not be 2 inches. You can add 1.5 or as you like. So here I'll measure 2 inches zipper allowance, and here 2 inches zipper allowance. Can you see the only difference is at the hip line that I added half inch because of this 1 inch I took away here. I hope you are following. So at the hip line I have 2.5, here I have 2, and here I have 2. So I'll just connect the points. So I'll cut it out now. So guys, can you see what we have? It's a little curvy at the hip line because of the extra ½ inch that I added. So what we are going to do again is to notch the darts so that it will get to the back side. So guys, this is the fitted part. This is the fitted part of the skirt. So I'm going to cut the lining and join it before we proceed. So guys, I'm done joining the fitted part. As you can see the darts, the 2 darts. This is the back side. So this is where we are going to attach the tears. Okay, so having done that, we are through with the half length. Like I said, I call it half length, which is the fitted part. So according to the style, I'm going to make 3 divisions. Okay, I'm going to make 3 tiers according to the style. Remember that part is 28 inches. Do you understand? So we are now going to divide 28 by 3 because we are going to have 3 tiers. If yours is going to have 2, then 28 divided by 2. Do you get? And if you don't want it equal, if you want it different lengths, then it's up to you. You can choose to make it anyhow you like. Do you get? But for me, I will divide by 3. So guys, 28 divided by 3 will give us 9.33333. So that's what we have. So guys, I have 9.3 here, but I'm going to increase it to 9.5. So I would like to work with 9.5 instead of 9.3 because I need enough allowance to that. So because of the joining of the tears, I'm going to add 1 inch allowance, making it 10.5. 10.5. So each panel is going to be 10.5. You can add more allowance if you like, depending on how you want the rough edges to show, because I'm going to join it on top. We are going to join it, to lay it on top of each other. So if you want it to shoot out well, then you can add more than 1 inch allowance. That's why I even increased this to 9.5, because we need more allowance. So guys, having gotten the length of each of the tiers or each of the panels, the next step is for us to get the wideness of each of them, because we are going to gather them. Do you understand? So how do we do that? Now, this is the half length for me, the point of joining. I'm going to measure what I have here and multiply by 2, depending on the quantity of the fabric you have. If you don't have enough material, you can multiply by 1.5. So just feel free to do as you like or as you want. So I'll measure here, and what I have here is 18.5. that is 37 inches. 37 inches there. Now I'm going to multiply this 37 by 2 to get 74. 74 inches is the wideness I'll cut out and gather it and place it here. If you don't want it this much, reduce it, and if you want it more than this, increase it. It's as simple as that. So I'm going to cut 74 by 10.5. So this is my fabric here. Instead of cutting along this side, which is the length of the fabric, I won't cut along this side. I'm going to cut along this side, the yardage, to avoid joining, too much joining. Okay? So I'll measure 74 inches along this side, along the yardage, 74 inches. Now this is my tape is 60 inches, 60. So I'll place my hand there to complete it. 60 plus 14 inches will give us 74. 74. So because of the zipper allowance, I'll be adding extra. Let me add extra 4 inches. Let me add extra 4 inches to that. So I'll cut 18 here. So what it means is that we are cutting 78 instead of 74. Do you get? So I'll just notch that point. I'll notch that point. So guys, I'll measure 10.5. Everything that is including the allowance. 10.5. So I'm going to cut and stop at this point that I just marked. That is my 10.5. Can you see what I just did? And on that point, I'm going to cut through like this. Okay? Haven't done that. I'll tear it down. So let me confirm this side. 10.5. So we have 10.5 here. So now we have the first tier of the gypsy skirt. So this is what I have now. So I'll go over to my weaving machine to interlock the edges. If you want, you can make use of a bias tape to, pipe this area before you do your gathers. So I'm going to weave my own, and after weaving, I'll run a loose stitch along this side, one side, and gather it up. The gathers must be exactly the measurement I have here, which is what? 37 inches. So I'll go and weave, run a loose stitch, gather it up, and I'll come back to show you what we have. So guys, I'm through with the gathers, and this is what I have. So I've measured it as well, and it's 37 plus the zipper allowance. So I'm going to attach it here. I'm going to open the zipper side, and yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'll fix it on top like I explained before. We are going to fix it overlapping on the skirt, on the half length like this. Do you get? Make sure you arrange the gathers so that one, it will not be clustered and some will not be gathered. Just arrange it properly so that it will come out neat. So I'm going to go over to the machine and attach it like this. Okay? So it will overlap like this. I'll stitch on top. Do you understand? So this is the first tier of the skirt. So I'll fix it and I'll come over for us to cut the second one. So guys, I'm through with the first one. We are going to cut out for the second tier of the skirt. We are going to multiply this. Remember, I added 4 inches to this. So we cut out for this one 78. So we are going to multiply this 78 by 1.5. 1.5 this time around. You can multiply by 2 inches if you have enough fabric. But I'm going to multiply by 1.5 instead of 2 inches so that my material will be enough for me. So I have 78. 78 multiplied by 1.5 will give us 117 inches. 117 inches. That's equivalent to like 3 yards plus. 3 yards plus. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'll cut out 117 inches, and the length length is going to be 10.5. So I'll measure 10.5. I'll measure 10.5 and mark. This is 10.5. I'll just cut that side. And from here, I'm going to measure 117 inches. So this one will serve as the second tier of the skirt. I'll go over to the weaving machine and weave this side, one side, and I'll run a loose stitch, gather it as well, and fix it here. I'm going to gather it to make sure that it's equal to what I have here. Remember, what I have here is 78 inches. So after I gather this side, I should have 78 inches so that it will rhyme with this side. And after that, I'm going to overlap it just like this. I'll overlap it like this and stitch, and that will be the second tier of the skirt. So guys, this is the second tier of the skirt. So guys, for the third tier of the skirt, what I will do is, you know, this one is 117 inches. I'm going to multiply 117 by 1.5. I have 117 multiplied by 1.5 will give us 175.5 inches. 175.5 inches. That is what I need for the third tier of the skirt. Do you understand? So this is equivalent to like 4 yards plus, or 4.5 yards plus. If you have enough fabric, you can multiply by 2. And if you multiply this 117 by 2, you get more than 6 yards. That is the reason why I decided to multiply by 1.5, because I don't have that much material. And from this, I'm going to make my top. So guys, I have 175.5 inches for the third tier of the skirt. So we are going to do the same thing. I'll measure along the yardage 175.5 inches, and then the length is going to be the same thing, 10.5 inches. So I'm going to measure 60 as usual. 60 into 2 will give us 120 inches. So I'll measure another 60. So this is 120. I'll add 55.5 inches to complete it. 175.5 inches. .5 inches, which is here. So I'll cut. At that point, I'll measure 10.5 as usual. 10.5. I'm going to cut to that point and cut like this. From this point, I'll tear it out. A very long fabric here, so we are going to, this is equivalent to like 4.5 inches, 4.5 plus. So I'm going to go and weave side like I said, but this time around I'm going to weave the two sides because that's the last one. So guys, after gathering this last one, this is what I have. So like I said, after gathering this side, we have to make sure that it will correspond with the measurement here. Remember, we are not gathering this side, and what we have for this side is 117 inches. So we are going to make sure that after gathering we measure 117 inches so that it will correspond to what I have here. So after gathering, I've already measured it and it's exactly what I have here. See, it's very, very long. So to fix it, for you not to be confused, I decided to show you how to fix it. So for you to attach it, we are going to place it like this to overlap each other. Do you understand? So we'll place it like this and then we'll sew on top until we finish sewing it. Do you understand? So guys, after attaching the 3 tails of the skirt, this is what I have. The skirt is actually very, very full. So go ahead and make yours and let me know your results in the comment section. It's a very, very fine skirt. You can rock it with any top of your choice. So this is what I have. Can you see? Very beautiful skirt and it's very full. So the next step is to attach my band. I'm going to cut out the measurement I have for the waist here, and the width of the band is going to be 1.5 inches. So I'll be cutting 2 inches as the width and use ½ inch for joining allowance. So I'm going to do that right away. So I'll just measure the waist that I have here, everything plus the zip allowance. I have 39 inches. 39 inches. I'll measure 39 inches and this is 39 inches here. So the width of the band is going to be 2 inches on fold. So like this, I'll measure 4 inches. So this will be for my band. If you have a fusible interfacing, you can attach it to the band. If not, you will fix it like that. So I'm going to fix it like that. Yeah. So to fix it, just place it like this and stitch, and then you turn and use this side to cover the rough edges. Do you get? I kind of use this to tuck in this side. So guys, after attaching the band, the next step is to close it at the zipper side all through down. So I'll just fold it like this. I'll fold it like this and I'm going to measure 9 inches. I'm going to measure 9 inches or 8 inches, and this is where the zipper is going to stop. So I'm going to stitch from this point all the way down to close the back side, and after that I'm going to attach my zip and stop here, and that will be the end. So let me go and do that quickly and I'll come over to show you the final look of the skirt. Please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you have not done that already. Thank you so much. So guys, this is the final look of the skirt. Can you see? I hope you like what you are seeing. Go ahead and try this skirt. I promise you will like it. It's a very beautiful and fine skirt. and let me know your results in the comment section. So this is the back side. So guys, this is it for the skirt, and I hope you like it. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you have not done that already. Thank you so much. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe to join the family, and turn on the notification bell on to be notified for more videos. Okay, thank you so much. And guys, if you like any of the fabric, any of the flowered fabric that I have there, please, I will leave my WhatsApp number in the comment section. You can reach me with the number. Let's talk, let's communicate. I'm going to deliver it to you anywhere you are. If you are into ready to wear business, this is the unique materials you need. Very unique materials that are exceptionally beautiful, I promise you. And it's so affordable. So go ahead and place your order, and I'll deliver it to you as quickly as possible. So guys, this is it for the skirt tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, I'll see you again. For now, it is bye bye.